people have asked both on the DMs and then now on the chat about tube traps, and it sounds like based on we chatted about it briefly last week, we actually have two different kinds of tubular things in our studios that function very differently. So yes. I'm not an expert on. Despite the fact that I've set up about 40 studios and houses, I would not call myself an expert.
Well, you seem to say that yours are resonant chambers, basically.
Yes. So the ones that I have are hollow, cylindrical. They're 1-inch fiberglass. Eric Valentine somehow discovered/designed his own version of them. I think another studio person had them in a studio, and Eric really liked how they functioned as bass traps. They're basically 1-inch thick. Cylindrical, hollow fiberglass tube traps with fabric around them, obviously, so you don't get fiberglass everywhere. Constructed by Kian Reardon and Francesco at Barefoot Studios back when I was still there. I brought them over to Swing House when I was there, brought them to the house I was just at, and I brought a couple here, put a few in storage. And at least when we were testing them at Barefoot and Swing House, they do a nice... they resonate at different bass frequencies, which helps even out the room, sure. Especially in the listening position. But the cylindrical things that you have in your studio are acting as sort of a wall, essentially.
Yeah, and you have reflective surfaces in there, diffusion, absorption, all in one. It's called the Attack Wall. And it's made by a company called Acoustic Science Research. And if you look at a cross-section of what's inside, there's a lot going on that I could never explain, but it's definitely not hollow. So they're definitely different tube traps.
Yeah, so yours are specifically designed in a specific array to create both absorption and diffusion and reflection in a certain way. And mine are created by mad scientist Eric Valentine and crew over the course of a few studios that function as bass traps. So hopefully that answers people's questions. They're two different things. But I brought a few in here, and I don't know that I'm going to get in here and shoot the room with and without them. I'm just going to kind of have them because they also are, function in the same way that a blanket would function. And they're a soft surface, and so they knock down some reflections, and they look a little space age too. So.